Good evening, everyone. This is Jeremy here at ExtremeWeatherTracker.com, updating your tropical weather on September the 1st, 2012 at 4:30 p.m. As you can see, the main feature that's in the central Atlantic here, basically near the Lesser Antilles, is Tropical Storm Leslie. The remnants of Tropical Storm Kirk, which was Hurricane Kirk, is moving into cooler waters and should be no threat to the United States. He is weakening somewhat, but this will be the main story over the next few days, which is Tropical Storm Leslie, probably soon to be in the next 48 hours or so, probably Hurricane Leslie. Not looking too good on satellite imagery today. The low-level center is basically exposed here to the north and east of the main body of convection, which is located on the south side of the system, moving off to the west-northwest fairly quickly, about 17-18 miles per hour, but is being affected by some northwesterly shear that's basically pushing the convection away from the center. How close this gets to the United States, we'll have to see over the next few days. There is some very tricky steering patterns that's going to be affecting Leslie coming up, and should enter a period of very weak steering currents. If we look at the FunkTop imagery, you can see very bright colors sort of diminishing here in the past few hours, indicating that Leslie has weakened somewhat. I believe the last advisory issued by the National Hurricane Center, it keeps her at 55 knots. Not looking very impressive, although the outflow you can see here is pretty well established, so she should continue to strengthen, or at least maintain her intensity as she moves just north of the Lesser Antilles. If we turn on the tropical forecast points, you can see the National Hurricane Center bringing her northwest and then north, but at a very slow pace over the next few days. So let's look at the models, and you can see Tropical Storm Leslie located here just to the northeast of the Lesser Antilles, and the models are in fairly good agreement through about 48 hours, but after that you can see some of them want to bend her back west. There's some that want to recurve, some that want to just sort of meander her around in here, and the reason that is there's going to be several factors that come into play here. One is going to be the remnants of Isaac that move offshore here, in association with a trough of low pressure. There's going to be forecast a cutoff low near Florida that some models try to develop, and also the high pressure system out here that Kirk has weakened somewhat as he came through. So we're going to see if this affects Bermuda, or if it gets a little closer to the eastern seaboard, possibly even affecting the northeastern Atlantic coastal states here. So this is something to watch very carefully over the next few days, as this definitely could affect the United States. At the current time, the models are trending more to a recurve after stalling Leslie out in this area for several days. As you can see, if I turn back on the tropical forecast points, these are basically in 12-hour increments, so you can see how Leslie just sits around out here for several days, basically just wandering around in this area. But the National Hurricane Center does bring her up to hurricane strength sometime over the north central Atlantic here. So we'll have to see. I wouldn't be surprised to see Leslie at least intensify into a hurricane. Maybe the conditions over this area will be a bit more favorable for development, but the entire eastern seaboard needs to definitely keep an eye on Leslie. At the very least, if she gets close enough, could bring some dangerous rip currents and some high surf, and Bermuda definitely needs to keep a close eye on Leslie, as she could directly impact them. But the models for now just can't get a good handle on what she's going to do. Too many complicated factors at play, so this is something we'll have to be watching over the next few days, and I'll keep updating as conditions change and the models come into better agreement about what happens eventually with Tropical Storm Leslie. So that's it for today. I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you all again soon.